Hello and welcome to part 15 of getting into the basics of Unity and Unity C#. And last time we left off, we made our enemy go through some states. We went from go to attack and so on. And to see this better, I recommend you change your attacking distance to 2. And that would make things a lot nicer and just a lot cleaner. And he is moving just kind of slowly. We can also increase the speed to maybe 2, and let's see how that goes. And he is moving towards us again at a pretty slow rate. So let's do a number. Let's do 4 here, and he seems pretty cool. Maybe a 3.5 would be enough for my time, but let's just save this and let's go into coding so that he'll do something in attack, and better yet, he will maybe go back to running if he doesn't catch you. So let's do that here. Right, so to do an attack script, we do need an attack timer. So in how many seconds are we hitting him, our player, right? And I'm only going to do 1. My character will die on our first hit, and there's a reason to it, but we can definitely make it, give our character more health and stuff. So to get started with our attack, we need an attack timer, and we do that by setting a public float. I'm going to set all our public floats right here. So another public float, and we're going to call this attack timer. Let's set it to 2. And we're also going to do a private variable on the bottom here, and we're going to do private float cur time, which is the current time that elapsed. So in our start function over here, we're going to set our cur time to our attack timer, like so, and we're going to hit save. And why can't we do that? Because that is cur state. That is why. So cur timer, make sure of that, and we're gonna hit enter here to give it some room to breathe, and let's scroll down. So now we have this set up, and in our attack state, we can simply just, the flick of our wrists, go and make an attack formula. And to do that, we're going to do something like this. Cur timer, and we're going to get our cur timer, then we're going to make it equal to our cur timer minus the time that's passed. So time dot delta time. So it'll be decreasing with time inside our game, and now we can do something if it runs out. So if cur time is less than 0, so it passed the 0 mark, let's make something happen, and we can reset the timer first. Cur time equals attack timer, like so. And above here, we're going to get our player and subtract its health. And we know from our other scripts, we do call everything in our struct function if we can. So we can store our player script to reference from, like we did it with our coin script. And to do that, we know that we can do something like private, and then we name the script we're calling, and our player script is called player. So easily enough, player, and give it a name. So let's call player script, like so. And right here, when we get our target, we're going to say if we indeed have a target. So if target does not equal null, so if there is a target, let's get our player script. And we did add the brackets, as every if statement has them, and player script. So we're setting this player script here equals target dot. What are we doing to the target? We're getting a component. And of course, here we put our player script, and we end it off with some beautiful parentheses and a semicolon. So now we have a reference to our player script and all its public variables. Here, before we set the timer back, we can subtract the health by doing player script equals, or dot health, that's what we're referencing. And we don't even have to do dot health equals dot health minus 1. We can do shorthand, which is simply doing a minus minus and parenthesis and semicolon, which says, hey, we have indeed subtracted 1. And that is a little shorthand for you there, so it looks a little cleaner and sharper. And let's save that off. And here, right underneath it, we're going to check if our attack distance is opposite. So we're just going to grab this line of code where we see if the target distance is too big. We're going to go here, and we're going to say if it's greater than our, so we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to check the distance again, and instead of moving our player, we're going to just set the state back to go2. So go to, or sorry, we're going to go change our current state to go2. So go current state equals state dot go2. And that way we have this reference set up here. And let's see how that works. So I'm going to go into Unity again and hit play. So I'm going to click on our player, and our health does subtract every 2 seconds. Well, let's click on our player again. And if I run away, our enemy is chasing us. And he is looking a little wobbly, you know, he is going kind of diagonally and stuff, and that's not how players move. He looks like a box. Let's make him look towards us. And that is not that hard as you think. So we're gonna go here, and in our high, it's gonna be the first thing of our function. We're gonna do our transform. So our enemies transform dot, and there's this function called look at, and that helps us look at an object, specifically a transform, and we're just going to look at our target, like so, and capital target. There you go, semicolon, and we're just going to copy this and paste it under go2. We could make it look at, so he'll look for, so he'll be looking at you until you break that distance, and then he'll come chasing you like a scary game. But nah, we're just gonna go to the go-to and attack, and make it look less scary than a red cube circling towards you. But there you go. So now he's saying, hey, what you doing? And you can easily run away from him. Again, you can, and if you jump, he does fly a little bit, and that is okay for now. So he makes sure you don't run away, and that might give a higher difficulty, so that you can only jump over him once or twice before he's flying in the air after you like a witch. So that is it for this part of the tutorial series. See us in part, I believe it's 16, where we add a line of sight to our enemy, and say if we're no longer seeing the enemy or the player, just stop looking for us altogether.